Everybody, Rockman here, coming to you from my garage gym with my big old tire behind me. Just wanted to share a few thoughts and then a shameless plug. So I've been thinking a lot about fitness, obese children, obese parents, just what you see when you look around out in society. So going back to when we were kids, I remember a time when the obese person was few and far between. They were the exception, not the rule. And now when I look around, I see an awful lot of obese people, and it seems like it's more than 50%, it's 60. It just seems like everywhere I go, there's overweight people, and if not overweight, there's extremely overweight, and they have extremely overweight children. And we're now labeling it a disease, and it very may well be, if it fits the description like alcoholism. But my thoughts are, if you educate yourself on food and have an understanding of how food, genetics, and family history, family habits affect you, look at if you have obese parents, likely they're going to have obese kids, and what they're doing is, and then they're going to go on to have obese children, and on and on and on the cycle goes. And you can say, well, it must be genetics. Well, no, it's learned habits. There was a time when we could eat a certain way and it wouldn't affect us as much, but our food system's changed. It's changed a lot, and there's a lot of things in our food now that wasn't in our foods 50, 60 years ago. Go back even further, when people used to grow and raise their own food. It was a lot healthier, a lot more natural, hence the name of all these foods now, organic. But even in our organic foods, there's a lot of room for error. But what we call genetic is more like learned habits. If I was an obese man and my wife was obese, and our eating habits are horrible, we're going to pass it on to our kids, and our kids are then going to learn how to eat like we ate, and their kid, and so on and so forth. And it doesn't get better unless somebody in that family chain breaks that cycle. What happens, when we were kids, when I was growing up, we would have dessert maybe once a day. Now take a look at how we eat. There's dessert and snacks and picky foods, and everywhere we turn, somebody's having junk food, right? For breakfast, you have your processed foods. You're not eating eggs right from your chicken coop, right? You're not getting fresh eggs. You're eating processed foods, usually from a box or from a fast food restaurant or something that's quick. We're not taking the time to actually make our own foods, right? And then you have a snack. You might even just pick up a donut and a coffee, right? And then lunch comes along, and you go out to lunch. You go to a restaurant, or you bring a processed food or something that's quick and easy to get to. And then you come to dinner time. And if you're not growing your own food, you're not raising your own animals, or you're not educated enough to, and I shouldn't say educated enough, you haven't looked into, you haven't done the research on food and what you're buying. So now you're buying processed foods and putting together a concoction for your family. Or you may be a freezer queen or king. You go to your freezer, your fridge, grab some processed food, stick it in the microwave. All these things. That's not genetics, people. That's eating habits. It's lifestyle. So it bothers me when they start to say that obesity is a disease. And yeah, it does qualify. It qualifies because it becomes something that becomes uncontrollable. Well, why does it become uncontrollable? Let's take a look at, again, back to our foods. Our foods in our system now are nothing short of a pharmaceutical chemical experiment, and we're all the guinea pigs taking part in it. And if you take a look around at society, we're on the wrong end of that experiment. We're getting more obese, we're getting more sickly, diseases, and everything else that you see out there. It's starting younger and younger and younger. So we label it a disease, so now that we can have medical intervention, which means more pharmaceuticals. It's this god-awful cycle of poisoning us, right? Some of it may, isn't purposeful. Some of it may be, and then you wonder why people act the way they do, people look the way they do now. There's a huge effect, and it starts with our food. Exercise is huge. Exercise is where you transform your body and make your changes. But your food and your nutrition is how you fuel that body, and how you fuel that body dictates how your body's going to perform. And if you're putting, like the old computer adage, garbage in, garbage out, well, look at our bodies. Garbage in, garbage out. And that's what we're getting. Obese, sickly people. America used to be independent, strong-willed, strong-bodied people, right? And we didn't rely on all the things we tend to rely on now for convenience sake. And convenience sake is killing us, folks. I mean, technology has its good points, so don't get me wrong. I'm not anti-tech, but there's a time and a place for it. I still use a push lawnmower. I don't ride on a lawnmower. I use a shovel. I don't use a rototiller. I don't snowplow, have my driveway snowplowed or snowblown. I shovel it. Those are areas where technology, and obviously certain people have physical elements, you can't do that, but then you think, well, why? How do they get in that position in the first place? A lot of it is because we live sedentary lifestyle. So using a shovel is like a nightmare for your back, for your heart, all these things. Just touching on these things and talking about it, it's very tough because, I was one of those kids, I would love my junk food. I still do. I honestly do, and I have to really watch how I eat. But I was also anti-exercise. I liked sports, but I didn't exercise or work out. It wasn't until my mid-20s where it started to catch on, and I drifted away from it again. And then in my 30s, again, I really doubled down on it and it's changed my life. It's made me who I am. I've weighed around anywhere from 180 to 185 pounds for the last 20 so years. I may fluctuate a little bit here and there, and that's usually because I let my diet slip, but I'm able to control my body size. And it's not about weight, it's about muscle mass, your body mass and all that. Anyways, I'm able to control that. Why? Because I pay attention to what I eat, the nutrition I put in my body, and I exercise. I don't always take the easy way out. Sure, time constraints, it'd be a heck of a lot faster to take a snowblower and a rototiller or, whatever. But the people that generally save time on those, what do you do with that free time? Are you using that free time to exercise? Are you using that free time to eat better? Are you using that free time to do something that benefits you? You're saving time, but are you saving yourself? Is your body getting weaker, or are you getting stronger because of your saved time? Do you have more leisure time? What do you do with your leisure time? Are you actually just being leisurely, sedentary? Because during your work week, most of us now are sedentary. We sit at a desk. We don't move around a lot. We come home, we're mentally and emotionally fatigued. I know when I was a graphic designer and I'd sit in front of a computer, I would feel fat, bloated, tired, exhausted, mentally drained. By the time I got home, I didn't want to work out. But that shift had to take place at some point, and it did. And it's again, life-changing. So anyways, our foods, in our food system, going back to chemical concoction, we have a food system that disrupts our hormonal balance. And this may be controversial or not, but if you take a look at society and how more and more boys are less and less masculine, and society accepts that, and more females are showing manlier traits. That's not just, that's not evolution. It's not the human race evolving. God created us man and woman for a reason and for a purpose, and we each have our own roles. Now, of course, there's crossover in those roles, and are there strong women? Yes, there's women that could put me to shame with their strength, and vice versa. So, but what I'm trying to say is there's, never in history has there been a time where we've had so much change in the way our kids are growing, and you have to start to think, well, how did this happen? Why is this happening now? Well, we go back to our food system and the disruption of hormones. We have more diseases and more medications. We have, boys that are acting more like girls again, and women acting more like boys. Why all of a sudden is it so pervasive? It's not like it used to be, where it wasn't normal. It's almost becoming normal now, and this may offend some people, but God didn't make us this way. There's a purpose behind that, and then that purpose extends into family and marriage and so on and so forth. But I'm not getting into that debate. My purpose for this video is to say, let's take a look at our foods. Let's start being more aware of what's in our foods. Anybody can educate themselves, and now I can't change the world, and I'm not here to. I'm here to change or affect my circle of influence, and hopefully, somebody gets something out of it. Our food system is designed to make us sick and dependent. And when we start to do research on what's in our foods, and you start to question why are certain things in our foods, and it makes you start to wonder a little bit more deeply. But the way it affects us anyways is making us a weaker, lazier, obese, very confused society. And it's not an easy thing to watch unfold before us. Like I said, I go out to a store now, and there's a personal trainer and somebody that tries to take care of my body and teach my kids the same thing. And I just look at people riding scooters more and more than ever before. The obesity rate is just crazy, and all of this is solvable through our foods and through movement. And we can say, well, maybe people aren't getting enough education on it. Well, no, but the onus is do the research. Everybody has access to a computer and a smartphone. You can't tell me people can't do some research or talk to some people to get educated. And just start following the money, start doing the research, seeing how your foods affect your body. And I'm not perfect by any extent. I still have all of my bads, right? There's certain foods that I still go to. Our foods are made to be addictive. There's certain, you think these food companies aren't finding ways to make their food more attractive to the consumer. So why do you have all of these crazy cravings? One, you're not getting enough nutrition in your body, so your body starts to crave things. But we've conditioned ourselves to crave sugars and fats, unhealthy fats, sugars, salty snacks, chemical-laden foods. So that's what we go to. It's quick, it's easy, it's in a package, you can grab it and satisfy a craving. But problem is, when you're satisfying those cravings, especially cravings that spike your insulin levels, you go through this horrible cycle of, oh my gosh, I gotta have it, I need it now. You have it, your insulin levels spike, you go through the high, then you crash, you have more cravings, you want more food, so you go back to the same food, spike, up and down, all day long, and you wonder why you're exhausted by the end of the day. Your body is just isn't designed to eat like that and live like that. So, and on the other end of it is, of course, is fitness. Movement. If you're not feeling good, it's very hard to get yourself moving. So where do you start? Well, I started at home just by doing push-ups and squats. Did I want to do it? No, it was tough in the beginning. When you're starting to push on a 5'6" frame over 200 pounds. Exercise isn't, you're not thinking, well, exercise is my best friend. 200 pounds body fat, just a lot of body fat, not muscle. And do you want to move? No. Do you feel like doing it? No. It's very tough. It takes a mental discipline to start doing that. And a commitment. You need to make a commitment to yourself. Without that commitment, there's nothing. Consistent commitment, an application of knowledge gained. So there's that, and I guess I just want to touch on a few things, and then I want to go into my shameless plug. I've been a personal trainer for 15 years, and I've been helping people transform their bodies, grow stronger, release toxic body fat, and just feel better about their life. I teach group fitness classes, and I do one-on-one training and small group training. So in my experience, it's most people know they want to change, they need to make a change, they just don't know what to do. And when they do start to do it, they don't know how to commit without having somebody push them. So, and that's that fine line where you have to start balancing and telling people, this is what you do outside of training with me. But then again, we've discussed before, the onus of the doing is on the client. I can't be there all the time. So anyways, what I want to say is I've been with a nutritional company for over 6 years now, and I've been getting great results with my clients, friends, and family, and anybody that will listen and follow the protocol and get on a fitness plan and get moving. Now, can you lose weight without fitness? Yes, you can. Can you transform your body and get stronger without fitness? No, you can't. It's just not going to happen. You need to build lean muscle. You need to do certain things that'll allow your body to transform inside and out. And it starts with your nutrition. That's your fuel. And then what do you do with your fuel? I mean, you don't have a nice sports car and give it the best fuel and then just start it up and let it sit in the driveway. You got to take that sucker out for a spin. You got to get it moving. So what my shameless plug is, I am looking for some committed people that really want to transform. I have a nutrition program, a nutritional cleansing detox, toxic fat release program, and sports performance protocol that'll allow you to fuel your body. The problem with a lot of food programs is you have to prep this food and you have to prep it right and all that, and then you still don't know if you're getting the right nutrition. A lot of foods are that are beneficial are raw vegetables, raw foods that have your enzymes in it. And most foods, all foods, when you cook it, you're killing your enzymes, you're killing a lot of the nutrition. So how do you make that jump? Most people aren't dedicated enough, committed enough, or consistent enough, just because of busy lifestyles, or they just don't want to do it in food prep like that. So that's where a nutritional protocol becomes a huge benefit to clients, to other people. And a simple nutrition protocol is what's needed, something that somebody can just do without having to overthink it. And I have that nutritional protocol. I've been using it for myself and my family, again, for over 6 years. I've been using it for clients, and I get great results with it. And there's and then there's the other end, the fitness program. Again, I have 15 years of applied knowledge, right? Not just 15 years of training without learning and gaining new knowledge along the way. I learned from a lot of people, and thank God for Facebook. I've connected with a lot of great people, and that have not only helped me grow as a trainer, but as a person, and learn an awful lot and experiment with a lot of different kinds of fitness and nutrition protocols. There's just a lot out there. If you use Facebook for the right purposes, if you're really committed and dedicated to losing weight, or getting in shape, the information's out there. It's just a matter of committing to it, learning and absorbing the knowledge that's out there. If not, my plea, I guess, is to the people that have been struggling for years. They don't know how to eat right. They don't know how to exercise, or they do, but they don't know how to apply it. I have a program and a protocol set up for you. Whether you live in the area and you can train with me one-on-one, whether you're able to train with me or not, I still have a nutrition protocol, and I can set up a workout plan for you. If you live in a different state, different city, different country, I can help you with that. I do have, again, a nutritional, simple nutrition protocol and fitness plan that'll help you reach the goals you've been looking for. And all you have to do is follow along. If anybody's interested, please feel free to contact me on Facebook. Share this video along, or you can contact me via phone. I have my Google Voice number, 716-393-9452. Contact me, text me, leave me a message, and I'll find a way to get back to you. Or again, just contact me on Facebook, and I'll be able to talk with you. I want to help people. I've been doing this such a long time, and it's frustrating to look around and see all the people ailing from diseases that are almost 100% preventable, just by changing the way you eat and the way you move. things will change. They'll transform your body. I don't care what age you are, from young to old. If you do certain things that are beneficial, you start eating a certain way, you start moving a certain way, you start learning a lifestyle that excludes all these detrimental things. It's going to change your life. It's going to change your body. It's going to reset your hormones. It's going to detox your body. It's going to make you feel better. And I don't care what the ailment is. Obviously, there's certain things out there. There are certain genetic disorders out there that you have no control over contracting, right? But you can make life better, again, by changing the way you eat and changing the way you move. And I stand behind that. You see videos of people that were born without limbs, without legs, but they still find a way to exercise. Or one arm guys and girls with one arm, one leg, they still find ways to stay in shape. It's amazing and it's inspiring. I see videos of elderly people that have never worked out until their later years, and they get in incredible shape. So making excuses for yourself, saying I'm not educated enough, I don't understand, I can't do this, I have knee problems, I have back problems, I have this problem, I have that problem, I have this disease, I have that disease. Stop right where you are. Stop making excuses. Stop self-medicating. Stop doing all those things that keep your body and your mind in a state of confusion, lethargy, not caring. There's certain medications out there. There's certain things that we do to ourselves to make ourselves feel better, and it's not. It might temporarily make you feel better, but it's damaging your body. It's killing you. It is destroying your life. It's killing your life story. How do you fix it? Again, diet and exercise. I don't care what the story is. You can fix most things or make most things better through diet and exercise. And I stand behind that. And I will work with anybody that wants to work with me, whether it's over video through Skype, whether it's in person, or whether it's via email or phone calls. Accountability, nutrition, fitness program. If anybody's interested, please contact me. I'm more than happy to talk to you, at least get you on the right path. I've been thinking about doing a 30-day challenge. Oh boy, more 30-day challenges. They're out there all over the place. But, what about a Rockman 30-day challenge? I look at fitness and life a lot differently than most people. I'm not a gym-minded person. You can do fitness anywhere. You don't need to be in a gym. Even though I work at a gym, I love the equipment at the gym. I take advantage of it, and it's a great place to find and meet clients, obviously. I work at this place called 500 Fitness in North Tonawanda, New York. I'm more than happy to talk to anybody locally to meet me there. Set up a time. Let's meet. Let's talk. Let's get you with a program. But if you don't have access, don't use that as an excuse to not exercise. Well, I can't afford a gym, or I'm not near a gym, or whatever. You have a house, you have a yard, you have an apartment, you have a park, you have something where you can go exercise. It doesn't have to be anything super fancy. When I first started out, it was all body weight. And then from body weight went to dumbbells. From dumbbells went to rocks and tree stumps and stairs and outdoors, and then from there, of course, I've been in different gyms. So there's certain things you can do in a gym that you can't do outside of a gym. But there's your body is designed to move in certain ways. You're a push-pull mechanism, except for certain joints like your shoulder and your hip joint that you can work in full ranges. But you can do all these different things outdoors, just not in the same way. Obviously, you can't deadlift or use a squat rack outdoors. But you can squat, you can lift weights, you can pick things up off the ground. There's so many different things that you can do to get in shape that you can't keep making excuses of, I can't do this. My wife, Carolyn, who has a brain injury, and it stops her from working out the way she used to, but does it stop her from working out all the other? No. She'll work up to the point where she gets symptomatic, she'll sit and recover, and then if she still feels up to it, she'll go at it again. So you can't make excuses for yourself of physical ailment. She has a brain injury that shuts her down. I don't know, some of you people have seen the video of her talking after just a simple car drive and how it shut her down. It shuts her down. It could shut her down for the day, it could shut her down for an hour, it could shut her down for a few minutes. It just depends on the day. but she does not use it as an excuse. Well, I can't work out now, I'll just quit. No, she still goes. She still pushes. She's still learning what affects her, what doesn't affect her, when she can push, when she can't. And that's for anybody. Anybody can learn your body, how to exercise, when you can push yourself, when to stop, how to rest. And if you're not sure how to, that's where someone like me comes in. You find somebody that's been doing it for years. You find a personal trainer. You go to a gym. You look online. You find somebody who resonates with you spiritually, intellectually, personality, all those things, so that you can get the best benefit out of it. Then again, the onus comes back to you. You have to do what you're learning. So I guess that's all I got to say for now. I have to get my day going, but just stay strong. I'm here to help you build a strong body, strong mind, strong faith through fitness nutrition. If you're interested in, again, my nutritional protocol or fitness program, just contact me via Facebook, or again, you can contact me on my Google Voice number, 716-393-9452. I'd be more than happy to talk to you, even just for advice. I want to see people succeed. Again, I can't change the world, but I can affect the people that are in my circle, and I can help build a stronger society through the people I know, and then through the people that learn from me. You take what you learn and you take it out to the people in your sphere of influence, and then hopefully they take it to their sphere. So one body at a time, one mind at a time, one spirit at a time, we can make big changes. So God bless you all. Have a great day. It's going to be hopefully a good weekend. Looks like it might rain here, but make the best of it. Go outside and do something. Get your body moving. Learn how to eat right. Have a blessed day. Bye.